Hello, everyone. I'm Jamie Price. Welcome to the monthly energies, where I focus on a topic of progression each month to support us through empowered ascension. Now, the overall energies this year are creative harmonic. And whoa, we are at the final topic. Time is flying. But you already knew that because that was last month's focus. But our topic this month is collective self. And I'm going to talk about what it means and even some of the caveats. But I really appreciate how the three energies of this quarter, connected self, time, and now collective self, are tying together how to amplify your creative harmonic, that overall energy of the year. To do that, your sacred container, the connected self, deals with the linearity of time with an understanding of connection, the part that's within you. And it's within our Akash. So we're dealing with the bridge between past and future, self and all of life, your collective self, your subtle self, your higher self. That's your collective self that holds your creative harmonic. So, what higher potentials do you want to experience in this world and in your life? And there are so many: peace, equality, creativity, safety, just on and on. That's your creative harmonic. And in the Lyran perspective channeling for collective self, Ariane said, the connected self observes and finds a potential to hold within the self for the collective, becoming the collective self. And that's not to deny the self, but to experience it through the self. Even if you don't experience the culmination of it in this lifetime, this is getting your energy into this world. Part of the power of the collective self is the recognition of your sacred value. And that's why Ariane wanted the first topic of this quarter to be the connected self, because that mitigates disempowerment. To embody empowerment means truly honoring and loving the self, even when there's desire for change. That might be having healthy boundaries, saying yes or no is appropriate, taking creative risks. It might show up as self-care that understands that you have to replenish to be able to truly serve life, that you have the fortitude to discern what's healthy for you, even if it's uncomfortable in the moment. Now, let's get a little bit deeper into some of the caveats, because there are two main ones that I'm going to cover here. First, over-focusing on the collective can be a pattern of avoidance. And this is why Heal Thyself is important, because it can be tempting to avoid your own imbalances with things that feel good, like you're here to save the world. You're here to save others. You are, and you're not. And that can be an ego imbalance that's avoiding the humble self that doesn't create value through all kinds of variations of a savior complex. And this can be sneaky. It's a balancing act, which that's actually why balance was a topic a few months ago. When you're loving yourself, you're loving your life, that flows that information into the field that we are all immersed within, and it teaches through example. But of course, it changes you. And then you are truly seeing that same value, that same potential in others. Maybe not in every second, maybe not immediately, but it comes. And as you're seeing that potential, that love in all beings, you're creating from that flow of empowerment. Because, of course, what you observe, you receive. That's a tenet of Ariane's work. You're receiving and weaving information into you at all times. You are meant to be in the world, following your impulses of what's appropriate for you, observing, experiencing things, choosing, and then flowing your choices, your energy into the field of information. And life didn't put saving the world on your shoulders. That's the not being of the world. Life put divinity within you and the collective, because that's what life is. And your creative harmonic flows that symphony into this world. You came here to be the joy, the peace, the creativity, the freedom that you want to see in this world, even the courage that it sometimes takes to be in this world with all of its challenges and yet not be of it. Now, the other caveat that I want to cover is being the collective self is advanced work. Disempowerment narratives will either try to distract people from honoring themselves and the collective of life, or coerce people there before they can handle it because it'll throw them off balance. And this is why boundaries are so important. And even what I said earlier, to have the fortitude to know what's right for you, what's in your life. That's where life wants you focused. What's compelling you, because it's in things that you're interested in or things that you're drawn to, whether it's pleasant or not, or easy or not. What is life compelling you toward? What is life inspiring you toward? And through that, are you discerning what's healthy for you? Do you need to step back from something that's too much to handle in the moment? Or maybe do you need to step towards something that might seem like a risk or creativity that you're not ready for yet? That's the wisdom of knowing your timing that we focused on last month. And this is also why the collective self is our final topic of Creative Harmonic, and not the first topic, which was inner power. The collective self consciously has such a powerful inner core of love that they are resonant with the divinity of all life. Not every moment. There's a lot of challenge that goes on in this realm. And yet you're also focusing into that broader connection of the time and the space that you are in. Unique, valuable you, observing, choosing the potentials you want to experience in your life, and then holding that creative harmonic, being those potentials. Now, before we talk about the light language transmission, the 2023 class schedule is up. I am teaching light language online in February, starting on February 11th, and early discounts are there available through December. And I'm also teaching crystalline soul healing, which is an advanced Lyran modality that teaches you deep levels of the power that you have within you so that you're more resonant with those universal laws, the collective self. So visit my website, jamieprice.com, for more information about any of those classes. But let's talk about the light language. This transmission felt like a direct continuation of the November light language, where circles and lines were interacting, so the electromagnetics of your intention. This one also felt like the circles or the spheres were amplifying, and that's going to come up in 2023 quite a bit. It also felt really nurturing, like a gentle power that doesn't have anything to prove. It just is. That's the power of love. And I was also feeling a lot going on in the crown chakra, the root chakra. So that overall energy expanding, a lot of heart expansion, a lot going on in the head for that heart-mind unity. Now, I'm going to ask you to actually leave a specific comment below for a reason, but first, please do like this video, share it with others so that we can amplify those empowerment narratives for those that are on a journey of self-healing and more love. And if you haven't already, please subscribe here on my YouTube channel and join my free newsletter. Often I share more details there than I can here because it's just easier for me. And hit the notifications because the overall energies for next year are coming out soon, and we will continue to amplify the love here on earth. Now, I'd love it if you would leave a comment below on what potential you would like to hold for the collective. And I offer that you try to make it one simple intention, not because you can only ever have one intention, but see if you can find something a little simpler that you can put a lot of focus and a lot of energy behind, especially throughout the month, and then observe how life is supporting you with that. Honoring the collective self is that recognition that you are life. You were given a voice, especially within the silent, subtle information of life, the 99%, the invisible, connected part of you. That is the collective self. And life wants your information, your voice to flow. Honor your sacred self. Then you naturally honor the collective of life more and more, and you hold your creative harmonic of loving potentials so that they can anchor and manifest here on earth. I hope you have a powerful December and enjoy the light language.
Hemneret ma ramat rorot okwam. Bar urhunma nem narot dokrortet ba in sacharat knandat sukrorum emneret rna. Barut kramdha rot sum charak mim hat erotudut ma. Bel nandat im kur kat anandat so steiret nom sakayam. Hamma ua and tor keret hrned shur nem sukur mem par andat kreler cherut ko. Sahnen ma ut shurtem barut grolel renent nen sukuret ktiret tam naurut ua kait und shub shekrelel brand hatim dat et sod anand iktiret. Kan kroremet anshayeret het iret. Kal hermeet tun nemak shuretet isektiret andet tal rno orma memak cherut nun sukwam. Pan shut dat sachatet im hektiarut ua and. Kam sum chayanot oret. Kal nat ham sukrim ansheret nin sekreret. Kel urdot su chantiet im sukurum hati anand tuam. Pan kshayarut sum charkrel renandat ham. Ba urandat utsukum mjanut urithet na kem hua hansua chamia. Serut hunundot okwalal amja chanand hatakriere takrero ma berut num harechut ekril ernet et kem shunat sam achakderet hand ua kwa ham ma amatsua chairet kandayarut huem et sheret el arna nim kam mnan suchukror tand tarut soler na chanut rumhem. Kam suchandut tal rnandat himem kua randat san shanu ua kuem hem tan sarat hayat aklem kua charut nomta tan heknim andiarut tulel samyan kam sukua.